boxing organization. And now, live from the Ring Talk Studios in San Francisco, here's the host of the longest-running fight show in history, Pedro Fernandez.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos, ladies and gentlemen. Emanating live from the multi-million-dollar Sports Byline Studios in San Francisco, California. Check it. You're tuned to Ring Talk Live Worldwide. 35 years now of radio presence, often imitated but never duplicated. Welcome to the longest-running fight show in history. Of course, Ring Talk Live Worldwide on Sports Byline, iHeartRadio, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, Channel 211. Good old Dan Patrick in this Channel 211. Straight up, we're coming at you live, of course, from the city by the Bay, San Francisco, California. But I am just minutes away from traversing the state, going to Southern California, going to take in the fight with the retired HBO Godfather. What fight am I talking about? Mikey Garcia, undefeated now. What is he? 39-0, 30 knockouts, taking on the unbeaten welterweight champion Earl Spence, 24-0, 21 whacks. A lot of people try to compare this to the Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran match, of course, the June 20th, 1980, the Brawl in Montreal. Well, both these guys quite don't rise to that level yet. We'll see. Superstars? Maybe. Mikey Garcia, a guy that hasn't been able to get a big fight, had to jump up 12 pounds. That's right, from 135 to 147 pounds to fight Earl Spence. Earl Spence, man, size matters in pornography and combat sports. This is combat sports. That's why I'm probably going with size. We'll hear from both Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence. We'll also check in with the professor of pugilism. That's right, Mr. Socrates Palmer will be here. That's right, Socrates will be in the house. And we'll hear from him, and of course, we'll check into the world of UFC at about 40 minutes past the hour and hear from Junior Dos Santos, a former two-time UFC heavyweight champion, successful last week with a knockout win. Straight up, you're tuned to Ring Talk Live Worldwide. We do have open phone lines, the listener line, 1-800-878-PLAY. That's 1-800-878-7529. Or the guilt-free, no-commitment text line. The number, 415-275-1613. That's text line. Once again, 415-275-1613. You're tuned to Ring Talk Live on Sports Byline.
Here comes the decision now. Let's listen.
Clarity in the world of professional boxing is spelled WBO. That's right, the World Boxing Organization is boxing's only transparent sanctioned body. You can follow the WBO on Facebook or check out their website, WBOboxing.com. That's WBOboxing.com. The World Boxing Organization.
Who's done it? We have a new heavyweight champion in the world.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
That is just a fact of life.
You know, in the old days, when you hyped up a fight, you did it through trash talk and, I did this, I did that, I don't like your mother, that kind of good stuff. I mean, sometimes it went to those extremes. Mike Tyson was known to say a few things that would intimidate people. Bottom line is, Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia, they have no animosity towards one another.
Speaking, talking just because I wanted to throw a name out there. But I was serious. I was always serious. Errol Spence is that person right now. Nobody else was willing to jump up and fight Errol. No one else is willing to challenge Errol Spence like that. I want to accomplish this. I want to be great. And in order to do that, I need to get through this man in front of me.
He's a perfect opponent because of his name. I mean, he's a 4-division champion. And, he's a great fighter. So I can't wait just to showcase at my home against a guy who's never been defeated before. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I got a perfect opponent, and I'm fighting on pay-per-view, so I can't wait.
How do you beat this man?
I got all the tools. I believe in myself. I got the right amount of speed, footwork, power, experience. I've done all my work to get ready for this fight, and I know that I can beat him.
Like Garcia is the only guy that's calling out your name. What was your reaction when you first heard that?
I respect him for that. I respect him for his ambitions and things like that. But, at the end of the day, he should listen to his coach, should listen to his brothers, and not took the fight and went somewhere else.
Errol, this guy crazy? Or is this guy crazy like a fox? What kind of vibes are you feeling coming off?
He's just confident. He's a true fighter. He's a real fighter. That's what he's supposed to be. It's like a mirror. I see myself in him. That's how I felt.
I said that too. I said that, I see a lot of myself in the way he fights.
How so?
It is almost like, I've said that several times. When I compare in further detail, I also feel that I'm just a little bit better in every little aspect. A little bit better in timing, a little bit better in footwork, a little better in speed, a little bit better here and there. And that's what I believe that will help me overcome his size advantage that he holds over me.
It sounds good, but, a lot of stuff looks good on the outside until you get in there. I like his confidence. I admire his confidence. I want him to have that same confidence when we get in the ring and the bell rings. He thinks he has better footwork than me. Thinks he's faster than me. If I can get you out of there, I can end the night early and go home to my kids early. That's what I'm going to do, whether it's in the first round or the 12th round.
Yeah, I need someone like that to get out the best out of me, bring out the best out of me. I need some opponent just like you. Other opponents haven't really been able to challenge me enough. And in order for me to show the world what I can do inside that ring, I need someone like you, and that's why I picked you.
Well, he wouldn't have to worry about that because I'm going to squeeze all the talent and skill out of him come fight night March 16th. So, it's not going to be on cruise control. It's not going to be, an easy victory for him.
I'm not worried that
He doesn't have to, feel like that he has to use all his skills and his talent and his ability because he's going to need everything in his tank March 16th.
What do you see? What do you see in him that gives you this level of confidence?
It's not what I see that he doesn't do right. It's not something like that. It's more what I know, what I'm capable of doing that people still haven't seen out of me. And that's why I picked this fight, because I need this type of fight so that I can show the world the full Mikey Garcia, the full fighter that I am.
Is the best of Mikey Garcia enough to beat Errol Spence?
No, not at all. I respect his skills. I've been watching him for a long time. has a lot of skill, has a lot of talent, but, I'm still that guy. I got a crazy amount of confidence, and I want to be the first person to give him his loss. So, I'm ready. March 16th. Like I said, I'm going to put on a great performance, a great showing. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care, how he's been working with Snack and the different strength and conditioning exercises and all the supplements they've been taking. It's not going to matter March 16th.
This is daring to be great. This is legendary stuff. A title in your 5th weight division. Potentially being called the pound-for-pound king with a victory over a guy like you. What's at stake for you in this, though?
A lot at stake for me. My IBF belt, my recognition of, being that guy in the welterweight division and being, quote-unquote, the boogeyman in the division and just being the most feared man at 147. I want to fight the biggest name. That was the biggest name. Right now for me was Mikey Garcia. Nobody else wanted to fight me in the welterweight division or at 140 wanted to come up. He wanted it, so I accepted the fight. And it was an easy fight to make.
We're both undefeated champions. You hardly see that in boxing right now. He could have picked someone else. I could have picked someone else. And we could have both been fighting separate guys, contenders. But that's not what he wants. That's not what I want. I want the biggest challenge just like he wants the biggest challenge. I want the biggest fight so that I can catapult me to the next stage. And he wants the same thing. Like I said, that's just a recipe for a great fight.
Does he want it more than you do?
Definitely not. Once they get in the ring, in the bell ring, they start getting hit. They start getting punished, the looks change. All the strength conditioning workouts and things like that. I never seen a chin get stronger. So I think, as soon as the first round he felt my power, he'll go into survival mode. And I'm not banking off power. I'm banking off, boxing IQ. I'm ready for anything he brings to the table. This is like a game of chess. He make a move, it's up to me to make a better move. And I know they think I'm looking over Mikey Garcia, but I'm definitely not.
I know I'm a better fighter, and that's what's going to separate us. And at the end of the night, I'm winning the fight. On fight night, March 16th, he's going to realize that it's not as easy as he thought. Oh, it's an easy night. No, it's not. It's not going to be an easy night for you. If not, it's going to be probably the best night that you've ever had when it comes to fighting the best fighter. It's going to be one of those big, great fights that you'll ever have. And you're going to realize that, damn, this kid wasn't just what I thought.
I don't ever assume nothing. Like, we train for, the best opponent. We train for a guy. I'm not just doing it and walk through him. I don't know if they think I'm a Antonio Margarito or, some fighter that just come
be a short night.
It could be a short night because I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts. It could be a short night. If I catch you on the chin, it could be a short night.
I could catch you too. It could happen.
I'm come right back.
I know it could happen.
Come right back.
I know it could happen.
And I'm going to come right back. Like, it could be a short night if I catch him on the chin or if I catch him
you were saying
on the great
was going to be a short night.
Yeah.
You were saying it was going to be a short night.
Yeah, it could be a short night. I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts.
It could be a short night. It could be a short night. You're right.
Yeah. If I catch you,
you're changing your words.
If I catch you, I'll put you out.
It's going to be a short night.
If I catch you, I'm sparking you.
You're saying if.
If I catch you, I'm sparking you.
Well,
and I will.
Let's see if you catch me.
Who doesn't catch you?
No.
You don't get caught?
No.
Slido caught you.
No. With what?
So I'm not fast as Slido.
You didn't drop me.
Slido always get dropped. What are you talking about? What's his record? He always get dropped. How many times Slido been dropped in his career?
He dropped me.
How many times Slido been dropped in his career?
And he was the best in the featherweight at that moment.
How many times he been dropped in his career? Yeah, he dropped it 4 times. Okay, many times. So what's new about that? What's new about him getting dropped?
You said he caught me.
You dropped me.
He caught me with the headbutt.
You dropped me.
He caught me with the headbutt.
I promise you, if I catch you, I'm sparking him.
No one's questioning his heart. No one's questioning his skill. But does he have the chin and power to compete with you at 47?
I don't know. We'll see when the bell rings. In my head, when I'm training for a fight, of course, I psych myself out and say, yes, he does have the power and the chin to, take what I have so I won't under-prepare. But we'll see in the first round, can he take my shot?
I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to win this fight. And when it comes on fight night on March 16th, inside that ring, I will be ready to do whatever it takes. Whether that means we go 12 rounds, whether that means it's a short night, if I have to fight on the inside, I have to try to push him back, if I have to, be faster and be quick on my feet, whatever it takes to win this fight, I will be ready for it.
Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence, just hours away, of course, from their show pay-per-view. Should it be on pay-per-view? Let me think about this. Let me look at the Earl Spence record just for a second. Hold on. He's like, got a nice record now, 24-0, 21 knockouts. Let's look through the guys he's fought. And I don't, Carlos Ocampo, we saw him knock him out with a body shot. Lamont Peterson, not too impressed with him. Kell Brook was a good fighter, but Gennady Golovkin had destroyed him previously and broken his face. Leonard Bundu, Chris Algieri, come on. Chris Algieri, didn't Manny Pacquiao use him as like a basketball, bounce him on the ground a few times? Alejandro Barrera, Chris Van Herden, Phil Ogreco, Sammy Vargas, Francisco Castro. What am I telling you? Ronald Cruz had probably the best record. He was 20-3, and Raymond Charles was 12-2. What I'm trying to tell you is he's fought a whole lot of nobodies. There's no Pepino Cuevas on his resume here. There's no great fighters on his resume yet. And when you look at Mikey Garcia, of course, a smaller fighter, but a good fighter, no doubt about it. I mean, is he a great fighter? Yeah, I guess you got to be a great fighter to win belts at 26 and 34 and all that kind of good stuff. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's still a smaller man. He's 31 years old. He needs a payday. This fight was so, how can I put this? He needed this fight. If he needed to fight Mike Tyson, he would have done it because basically he has, you know, labored in relative obscurity. Of course, he got a couple $1 million for sitting out those couple of years and waiting for Al Heyman's contract to kick in with Premier Boxing Champions. But straight up, that might have been his prime because he's 31 years old now, starting at 126 pounds. God knows how much he's got left at 147. What am I trying to say? This guy is no Roberto Duran, no doubt about it. You are tuned to Ring Talk live worldwide on Sports Byline, iHeartRadio, Sirius XM Satellite Radio. Speaking of Sirius XM Satellite Radio, Channel 211, the Dan Patrick Channel. Did I tell you when Dan and I used to drink in Vegas? I better not tell that story. Anyway, bottom line is we had a ball in Las Vegas doing the Tyson fights back in the 90s. Straight up, you are tuned to Ring Talk live worldwide on Sports Byline. Next up, the professor of pugilism, Mr. Socrates Palmer.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Pedro Fernandez here. You might know me as the host of Ring Talk Live Worldwide, but this time I'm here to talk about that four-letter word everybody dreads, pain. If you have back pain or knee pain like I do, hey, you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. I'm talking about if Medicare is your primary medical insurance, and guess what? You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge. Anything to help me with the pain Hey, it makes it more manageable, gets my attention, folks. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for your back, ankle, knee, or shoulder, guess what? Give the Health Alert Hotline a call. Toll free. 1-800-428-1570. 1-800-428-1570. You can qualify for a back or knee brace or a shoulder brace for little or no charge. 1-800-428-1570. The Health Alert Hotline. 1-800-428-1570.
You want to say Cassius Clay, when Howard Cosell and everybody is calling you Muhammad Ali, then why you got to be the one of all people whose color to keep saying Cassius Clay? My name is Muhammad Ali, and you will announce it right there in the center of that ring after the fight if you don't do
it now. Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
What is hip? My next guest is hip, baby. The professor himself of pugilism, Mr. Socrates Palmer. Sock, how's things in New York City?
Everything's good, P. We finally got some good weather for a change.
Good to know. And bottom line is we're talking boxing. Of course, the super fight just hours away. Is this a super fight? Is this a fight of Duran-Leonard ilk?
No, it's not of that ilk because the Olympic pedigree and gold medalist that Leonard was, Errol Spence is not. Now, if you look at it from a pure boxing standpoint, it is pretty big. It's probably the biggest challenge someone has taken in a very long time. I mean, Pacquiao kind of ran up and down the weight classes, but he caught guys towards the tail end, and he also did the catch weight thing when he fought Cotto. But this is a old school leap of faith by Mikey Garcia, similar to what Duran did.
Yeah, but Duran brought a level of destruction with him. He was 72, 1-1. The one guy that had beaten him, he had knocked out twice in rematches. I mean, Duran was Duran, and I don't think that Mikey's quite the Duran thing, although Mikey did move up in weight from 126 pounds, and, of course, Duran broke in at 122. Back in the day, the former lightweight, welterweight, middleweight champion, won the junior middleweight title as well. I'm looking at Spence's record, and there's nothing that jumps out here. And, yeah, he's looked spectacular, but he's looked spectacular against guys like, Ronald Cruz and Samuel Vargas and Chris Algieri and Leonard Bungu. Although he did look good against Kell Brook. Can we take anything from now, Kell Brook? Can we base all of our estimates on him via the Kell Brook fight, or was Kell Brook damaged going in?
I think the latter. Kell Brook was very damaged going in. He was, he took a big beating at the hands of Golovkin. Unfortunately, that's not Spence's fault. That's good management by his people, catching the guy at the right time. But in that fight, Brook had his moments. What I give Spence props for is going into his backyard and doing it. And obviously, finishing off what Golovkin started. As far as Mikey, he has done it in a watered-down era that we're in, that it seems that it's not that, I don't want to disrespect fighters, but it's not the same thing being a world champion today as it was back then, with the alphabet soups and, the way people are strategized and moved along carefully. Like Adrian Brown is a four-time world champion, and gun to my head, I couldn't mention who he beat, for those belts. So, but Mikey is a credible fighter, comes from a tremendous boxing family. He's been boxing since he was a kid. I think he's got a good chance for the simple fact that he does everything well. Kind of like Spence. Spence doesn't do anything overwhelmingly great. They're both, actually, if you think about it, they're kind of mirror images of each other. Neither one is spectacular at anything. Spence is a big puncher, but like you say, he's looked good against the guys he's supposed to look good against. So that's what makes the fight intriguing.
Oh, he's fought some hapless guys. I've looked at his knockout reel here, and although you're showing the knockout, if you looked at like 15 to 20 seconds before the knockout, you realize the guy he was in the ring with couldn't spell fight if you laid the letters on a piece of paper for him. Now let's change gears. Guess who's back? David Benavidez.
Yes, I hope. I hope he's clean and lean and ready to get back on track. It would be a waste of talent. He's definitely, to me, he's proven just as far as his game in the ring. I think he's the best 68-pounder. It's a division that he should dominate. And his frame, I don't know how long he'll be able to keep 68. And he's a big boy. But I'm happy that he's back in the ring.
How do you get outed for a cocaine problem when the cops don't arrest you? I mean, how does that happen? How do you get shamed on cocaine and you don't get arrested? I don't get that one. You always, they usually get exposed, you get arrested, and then you get, what happened there?
I don't really know the details around it. I know that it just came up positive. He says that he was partying and he made a mistake. He doesn't have a history of it, or at least it's the first time he's been bagged, caught. So we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Killing his celebrity a little bit. I don't know, but it would be a shame.
But cocaine only stays in your system a max of 72 hours, okay? So he's doing blow around the fights and around tests. What is he, John Jones?
Yeah, I've heard it before. I've heard Pernell Whitaker admitted that he was using coke back in the Olympics. So, who knows?
Okay.
It's definitely a bad habit.
Okay. Now, it looks to me like Al Heyman's bringing Benavidez in here as an opponent. He's 20-0, 17 KOs, ex-WBC 168-pound champion. He's taking on J. Leon Love, who's 24-2-1. Isn't he one of Al Heyman's poster boys?
I think J. Leon Love is damaged goods. That's a guy that didn't or has not lived up to expectations. He came with a lot of hype. He was with the Money team. First came out of Detroit, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good fight for Benavidez to look really good in. I don't think that Love is going to be able to handle that work rate that Benavidez brings, and he probably will get stopped or just take a one-sided beating, a unanimous decision.
We're talking with the professor of pugilism, folks. I'm talking about Socrates Palmer, whose agent, SM, and I don't mean S&M, I mean SM, has authorized his appearance here today, so I want to thank her for that. At the end of the day here tonight, is this going to make any money on pay-per-view? Is this really, what is the pay-per-view draw here? What makes me want to spend $70 here if I'm a fight fan?
I think it only makes money if the Mexican fight fans come out and buy the fight. That's what I'm assuming that they're banking on. Errol has the fame around boxing circles, but outside of the hardcore fan, I don't think people know him. Maybe it'll do good regionally, from Texas. I don't expect it to be earth-shattering. I would be surprised if it does as good as Fury and Wilder. Okay. And that wasn't anything to write home about. So,
okay. The fight was something to write home about. The numbers weren't. Let me look at this record here of your boy, Peter Quillen. Brooklyn, New York, 34-1. They call him Kid Chalka, 23-1, 23 knockouts, but stop once. Going to take on Celeb Truex. That's going to go down on the 13th of April in Mississippi Minneapolis. How can I put this? What happened to him? I'm looking at him here. 2013, he had 2 fights. 2014, he had 1 fight. 2015, he had 3 fights. 2017, he had 1 fight. 2018, he had 1 fight. And he hasn't fought yet this year. He'll fight for the first time this year. What's up? Is he getting paid not to fight? That's the question.
Well, he did take some money to sit on the sidelines. I remember a couple of years ago. I think I know him a little bit personally, around New York. I know he married, beautiful wife. He's got children now, so maybe it's not the same. It's a job. Nah, it's a job, and Al has gotten some decent paydays. He was believing his hype as far as being this one-punch knockout artist, and he slept on Danny Jacobs, and Danny took him to school and stopped him, and he hasn't really been the same. Kid Chocolate's a good personality. I like him personally. Why he hasn't been active, I think it's just been part of the Al Heyman plan. He's got so many fighters, and there's only so many dates. You know.
Okay, straight up, we got less than a minute left with Socrates Palmer, the professor. Tyson Fury signed with ESPN. What does Deontay Wilder do?
Well, from what I read earlier, that he was meeting with them, but then he kind of sidestepped. I heard that he's that he may not sign with the Zone. If those rumors are true, then that sucks for the fight fan. I think he's going to be the guy left out in the cold. I think he needs Tyson Fury now at this point. He needs Anthony Joshua because he's probably the third man on the totem pole.
The great Socrates Palmer, folks, on Sports Byline, the professor. Say hello to your agent and your wife for me, man. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Pedro. Enjoy the fights. All the best.
All the best, man. Next up on Ring Talk Live Worldwide, we'll switch gears, folks. We'll take on the world of mixed martial arts. Right, Junior Dos Santos, of course, a winner last. We'll talk about that. And, of course, Fights Night in London on UFC. Straight up, you're tuned to Ring Talk Live Worldwide on Sports Byline.
Decision now. Let's listen.
Clarity in the world of professional boxing is spelled WBO. That's right, the World Boxing Organization is boxing's only transparent sanctioned body. You can follow the WBO on Facebook or check out their website, WBOboxing.com. That's WBOboxing.com. The World Boxing Organization.
Has done it. We have a new heavyweight champion in the world.
We all have those home projects we'd like to get to before spring and summer, but there's always something that gets in the way. For a lot of people, they worry about overpaying for their home projects. And how can you be sure you're getting a fair price? That's where Home Advisor can help. Home Advisor's True Cost Guide shows what others paid for similar projects so you know you're getting a fair price. Home Advisor can even help you find the right pro for your job, whether it's a leaky faucet or a major remodel. Just tell them what you need, and they'll match you with top-rated pros who can do the job and are available to do the work. You can read the reviews, request quotes, book appointments, and it's free to use. Home Advisor makes it so easy. Don't wait. Get those projects done before the busy season hits. So to find the right pro at a fair price, just ask Home Advisor. Go to homeadvisor.com or download the free app, homeadvisor.com.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Using an overpriced trash bag?
Pricey, pricey, pricey!
A bag that breaks?
Whippy, whippy, whippy!
Or a smelly bag?
Stinky, stinky, stinky!
Time to switch to hefty, ultra-strong trash bags, always at an ultra-low price.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
They're our best bags yet, and they cost less than Glad Force Flex, where sold head-to-head, so you'll be...
happy, happy, happy!
Hefty Ultra-Strong with Arm & Hammer odor control. Also available in heavy-duty black bags.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
If I can't teach you one way, I'll teach you another. But I'm going to get the job done.
You know, I've been in the room where that song was recorded. Detroit, Michigan, West Grandview Boulevard, Hitsville, USA. The Motown Studios. Actually, it was Barry Gordy, the founder of Motown Records. That was his house. And upstairs, and he had a house, and downstairs in the basement, he had this recording studio. And before you knew it, that became Motown, Hitsville, USA, and then Berry Gordy bought the house next door. They turned it into the business office, so we had the studio of Hitsville, USA, and one house, and next door in another residential house, we had the business end of Motown, USA. Straight up, Berry Gordy, Detroit. Barry was a fighter. He was a boxer himself. In fact, he had, I think, about 12 or 13 pro fights as a bantamweight. And I asked him, why did you quit boxing? You had a pretty good career there. You were fair. Couldn't punch much, but you were a pretty fair fighter. He said, because, I noticed that, the singers, after the singers always had girls. The fighters only had girls after the fights, and they were all beat up. So I figured I could have girls all the time if I was a singer. Thus, Berry Gordy, of course, went into the world of Motown, and the rest is history. Detroit, Michigan. Straight up, you are tuned to Ring Talk live worldwide on Sports Byline and Twitch.tv. Of course, the Sports Byline USA channel. Want to welcome the viewers, both live and delayed on Twitch.tv. This is a new concept. We're, working it out week by week. We've got some audio and video highlights we're sticking into the show as far as the video presentations are concerned. So we're having fun there. We're experimenting, and it will get better week in and week out, no doubt about it. But it's looking pretty good right now. Straight up. Last Saturday night, of course, live in Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas, the mecca of MMA, no doubt about it. Junior Dos Santos was the winner over a guy by Derek Lewis should be arrested for impersonating a fighter. I'll just say that much.
Referee Herb Dean steps in, puts a halt to the bout for your winner by TKO, Cigano Junior Dos Santos.
I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling amazing, Our preparation is so hard all the time. We go through injuries, we go through pain all the time to get here and achieve the victory. And I was happy tonight that I was able to do that. So, man, I'm feeling amazing. The kicks are heavy, I knew that he was supposed to throw some kicks, but it was heavier than I thought. My coach Doria told me, if he feels any of your punches or kicks or something, don't go too much on that time, because he can be pretending or trying to hit you with something heavier, and that's what he tried to do, but thank God he didn't connect, and I was able to reestablish myself and continue the work on the second round. I'm not sure, but like I said before, I wanna stay active. So actually, now I need to take a break because my daughter Maria is born in May. So I'm going to take a little break to take care of my wife and her. And after she arrives and I make sure everything is fine, then I'll fight again. Maybe at the end of August. I have no opponent in mind, but maybe Daniel Cormier would be a good match, But of course, there's so many guys trying to fight him. If they make this fight happen, great. If they don't, give him another one. I want to stay active, like I said.
He's got a lot of class, no doubt about that. I'm talking about Junior Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion. But, Derek Lewis, I can't say enough negative things about Derek Lewis. I could take a whole show up talking about Derek Lewis's lack of preparation for this fight. He should be arrested for impersonating an athlete, not alone a professional fighter. And he co-featured another Dos Santos was the winner, Elizu, in a welterweight bout. Got a submission, a rear naked choke over Curtis Millender. Of course, this took place in Wichita, Kansas at the Intrust Bank Arena. Also winning on the card was Nico Price over Tim Means. Outside of that, a whole lot of nobodies on the card. Speaking of nobodies, straight up, is tonight a nobody card as far as the UFC is concerned? No, Jorge Masvidal can fight. I mean, he can really fight. I'm telling you, he can fight. And Mr. Till, well, Mr. Till is no hobo either. So we've got two great fighters going at each other, and I think two pretty good fighters in the welterweight main event. Darren Till and Jorge Masvidal. Both guys deliver. Both guys are action fighters. So if you want to tune into a UFC card, I think this one will rock and roll as far as excitement is concerned. The co-feature, Leon Edwards and Gunnar Nelson. I guess Gunnar's from across the pond, so they're using him to draw over there. Volkan Ozdemir, who failed so miserably at light heavyweight a fortnight ago, a few months back, taking on Dominic Reyes, Nathaniel Wood. Outside of that, a whole lot of no names. What am I trying to tell you? The UFC is really hurting, baby, for talent. They are hurting for talent. Didn't they realize that, you've got to fill it. If you take stuff out of the refrigerator, if you take food out of the refrigerator, eventually you have to put food back in the refrigerator in order to have food to take out. But they've taken a lot of food out of the refrigerator, Dana White and his people, but they haven't put a lot of food back in the refrigerator. And as far as food in the refrigerator is concerned, when I mean as fighters, they haven't taken good care of them either. When you realize they get 8% to 12% of the actual UFC revenues, man, that's a plantation, a slave man plantation, if there ever was one. Anyway, UFC Fight Night is going to go down March the 23rd. Pretty good card. Anthony Pettis, of course, the former lightweight champion, taking on a pretty dynamic young man in Stephen Thompson, pretty good fighter there. Curtis Blades versus Justin Wills is going to be a co-feature as far as heavyweights are concerned. And I'm looking at the rest of the card, and no big names there either. No names. Just like the no-name sport now, the UFC. Barbosa and Justin Gaethje, of course, those guys are going to hook it up. S and Barbosa, the real deal, March the 30th, 2019. Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, city of unbrotherly love, where I ruined a $300 pair of shoes. Thought it was so cool. I was pimping, folks. I was hanging out with Don King. We're all rolling in Vegas. In Philadelphia, it's in the snow. We're rolling in limos. We roll up with 3 limos. 3 limos in front of the hotel. I'm in like the second limo. I put my foot out of the car, straight into like a 4-inch puddle, and there went my $300 shoes. The story of Philadelphia. Of course, I also almost had a fight with trainer Panama Lewis there, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, Edson Barbosa and Justin Gaethje, that's going to rock and roll. These guys can hook it up. They're going to 155. Both are optimal weights, and I figure that's going to be a super fight as far as the UFC is concerned. Of course, it's going to be on ESPN. David Branch and Jack Hermanson's on the co-feature. Kevin Holland and Gerald Mischert. Outside of that, a whole lot of nobodies. Carolina Kay's on the card, taking on Michelle Watterson as far as the females are concerned. But, lack of talent. Holloway, UFC 236. Wow, Max Holloway, no doubt about it. A bad fighter when he was the featherweight champion. And I think he still is the featherweight champion, 145. Now he's stepping up to 155. He's taking on Dustin Poirier. Poirier's a real lightweight. Poirier can fight. Poirier's a real deal. Look out, Max Holloway, moving up 155. Because I'm telling you, Max is a monster. Max is a great fighter. Max may be the most underrated, unheralded mixed martial art champion going right now. But I don't know. I got some questions about him. I don't know what it is. They're just some doubts about Max Holloway, especially him fighting at 155 pounds. Kelvin Gastelum, who came up short, of course, supposed to take on the UFC middleweight champion Whitaker down there in Australia about a month ago. That fight didn't happen. He's taking on Israel Adesanya. Adesanya coming off a big win a few weeks ago. Kelvin, I don't know, Kelvin. Probably maybe shouldn't have taken this fight. Ovince St. Preux taking on Nikolai Krylov. That's going to be a light heavyweight bout. Outside of the rest of the names on the card, they're not there. But that is a pay-per-view card. They want you to pay-per-view. I don't know, man. Do you really want to pay-per-view that kind of card? Is that really worth $70, $100, April the 13th? That's the UFC schedule. Going further than that, of course, you got Volkov and Overeem. Alistair Overeem, I call him Alistair Overroyd. Of course, it's UFC Fight Night, April the 20th, coming to us from St. Petersburg, Russia. Probably good having Overeem over there because he's tested positive for steroids a number of times. One time, of course, he was told he was going to be tested at a press conference. He decided he was going to go out and run away. So he drove around in his car for 2 hours. Thought he could clear the drugs in the system for 2 hours. Came back and tested positive. Alexander Volkov is going to be in the corner, in the opposite corner. That is a heavyweight main event coming to us from St. Petersburg, Russia. Marcin Tybura taking on Shami, forget the last name, one of them long Russian names. And Sergey Pavlovich taking on Marcel Gom. Another lack of names on the card. What are you going to do? When you don't have talent, what are you going to do? $4.2 billion. That's what those people paid for the UFC. Weren't they thinking? Come on, man. There's not enough food in the refrigerator to feed us for a year. That's what they should have realized right away. There wasn't enough talent. There isn't enough talent on the UFC roster, the plantation, call it what you want, to suffice to put them through all these events. We're going through events here, and there's basically no names. Okay, there's no names. Of course, the world heavyweight champion, Daniel Cormier, no indication as to when he's going to fight again and who he's going to fight. Of course, there's talk about him fighting Brock Lesnar, which I think would be a pretty good fight. But there's also talk about Brock Lesnar and John Jones, which is probably a super fight. Cormier may hold the title. He may be the former light heavyweight champion, current heavyweight champion, but he's like the odd man out. He just is that's what he is. He's an odd man out. There's no other way to put it. Sorry, man. This is the way it is. Looking at the rest of the UFC schedule, oh, man. UFC Fight Night. Gustafsson going to go in Sweden. That's going to June 1st. Of course, that'll draw pretty good over there. June 8th is going to be the United Center, Chicago, Illinois, UFC 238, UFC 239. And they haven't announced the card. It's going to be the super card, I think, at the T-Mobile Arena, July the 6th, 2019. Of course, they always try to put their best fights on in that International Fight Week there in Las Vegas, but do they have any super fights to put on? I mean, think about that. I keep going back to the talent. Where's it at? Where's it at? $4.2 billion. And I'm looking at their schedule, and the best I could pull that schedule probably is Holloway and Poirier, and that's a rematch at lightweight, not at featherweight. So what am I trying to tell you? Not a whole lot on the UFC upcoming schedule. Speaking of schedules, do you have DAZN? DAZN, of course, it's the big boxing app, and Gennady Golovkin signed with them last week, a 6-fight deal for 3 years. Pretty good move by Golovkin. Of course, he's really got nowhere to go. If he wants to fight Canelo again, he's got to sign DAZN. DAZN, of course, is going to go with Canelo and Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs, a very, very good fighter. I mean, really a good fighter, but not good enough to beat Canelo, not in my mind. I think Canelo's at his prime right now. He's ready to rock and roll, and the Mexican superstar is the king as far as boxing is concerned. And why do I say that? Because nobody turns the pay-per-view crank like him. I mean, they'll be lucky. I think they'll be lucky to turn 150,000 homes tonight. I know that's a low number, but I think they'll be lucky to turn 150,000 pay-per-view homes as far as this Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia fight's concerned. Because Earl Spence has got about 6 fans, and they all live in his house. Okay? No. He's an exciting fighter. He's good to watch, but you've got to build a following. You know, you've got to build and he's got no following per se. I don't see people say, hey, I'm going to go see we'll see what happens tonight. Of course, he's fighting a Mexican-American, and that's going to take place in Dallas, Texas, of course, and they expect a good Mexican turnout as far as the Arlington Stadium is concerned. But I got to tell you, man, I just don't think it's going to go as good as they think it's going to go. I think Spence will draw well because he's local. I think Jerry Jones is going to do well as far as the ticket prices were concerned. Of course, he's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He's involved in the promotion, I've been told. So him and Al Heyman will make it so people will attend the show live. But will they buy it on pay-per-view? That is really the $64,000 question. Because, folks, this is a $70 fight. Is it worth $70? And, of course, the big fight on the undercard, J. Leon Love and David Benavidez. Are those 2 fights worth $70? Think about it. Count your money just for a second. But during the commercial break, count those nickels and tell me if it's worth it. You are tuned to Ring Talk Live Worldwide, your inside look in the world of boxing and MMA. Don't forget, the Sunday edition will bring in 11 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday morning. We'll have the post-fight show as far as Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia is concerned. Post-UFC show as well. We'll bring in the Godfather, Larry Merchant. We'll have a blast. Don't forget, Sunday morning, Ring Talk Live Worldwide, 2-hour edition, 11 a.m. Pacific time, live on Twitch TV. I can keep going, man, about 1,000 different other platforms. But the bottom line is, you're tuned to Ring Talk Live Worldwide.
How I'd love to walk down that golden street, hand in hand with you where all the lovers meet. Whoa, I'd love to go to Loveland with you.
I think that the Affordable Care Act, as long as it wasn't named the Obamacare, it would pass. They made the test already, but the fact of the matter is, at the essence of it all is people need health care.
Yeah. All of this beautiful heart, where loneliness just can't enter, and happiness is the answer. Baby, take me with you.
For years, they said that it could lead to madness. They relegated it to dark rooms and back alleys. They shamed those who grew it. They did a stop and frisk on anyone they thought might have it. But now a completely new era has begun because of it. The new normal is here. This month, millions have witnessed its arrival. Have you? Brought to life in a short film that runs only 2 minutes long, the new normal seeks to leave behind 80 years of unjust prohibition in favor of a safer, happier world. It reveals a product that once drove good people to the black market as one that today is creating a new global market. In this new era, a plant that was viewed with fear now represents a source of calm and wellness. From this day forward, what inspired the symbol of counterculture is at long last just culture. The new normal has arrived to your city, to your neighborhood, to the inside of your living room. Watch it now. Experience the new normal at medmen.com.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Now, more of Ring Talk with Pedro Fernandez.
Check it. Let's go to Tokyo, Japan, folks. Unbeaten 3-division champion. Talk about Kosei Tanaka, 13-0 now, 7 wax. Retained the WBO 112-pound belt with a unanimous nod in a slugfest against grudge rival and former WBA 108-pound titleist Rauchi Taguchi, 27-4, 2 draws and 12 KOs. So Saturday night, of course, that is tonight. But, of course, we're in Japan where the national dateline is involved. So Tanaka won by scores of 119-109, 117-111, and 117-111. And I want to mention this. Of course, the WBO, the World Boxing Organization, our sponsor, El Presidente, Francisco Valcarcel. Paco was celebrating his 39th birthday yesterday. That's right. 39 years old. He and Jack Benny and myself, the three of us, have been 39 for about 39 years. Straight up, happy birthday to Paco, of course, the World Boxing Organization. We can't thank him enough for all the support over the years. Straight up, the WBO, you can check out their website, all the stuff that's going on. In fact, the WBO is about as transparent as you can get. You look at their purse bids offers, what they're negotiating as far as fighters are concerned, regarding purses. All that stuff is available at WBOboxing.com. That's WBOboxing.com. You can check out their champions, of course, and, as I said, they lay it out there. It's all transparent. You won't find any other sanctioning body with this time of clarity. That's why they're in my corner and I'm in their corner. Bottom line is the WBO and Paco, numero uno in the world of sanctioning bodies and presenting credible professional boxing champions. No doubt about that. Well, this is Ring Talk, live worldwide, the Saturday edition. Of course, a 4-1 favorite tonight. Earl Spence over Mikey Garcia. I think he'll live up to those odds. I think the Garcia is in a bad spot. Hope he doesn't get hurt. And there's no other way I can see this. There's no way I can see Mikey Garcia winning this fight. No way, no how. And usually I don't say no, but I just don't see it here. I really don't. Size matters, yes, in pornography and combat sports. And this, again, is combat sports. Till next time, don't forget, this is Ring Talk, live worldwide, the longest-running fight show in history, live 24/7, baby. Check us out at sportsbyline.com, iHeartRadio.com, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, Channel 211, Twitch.tv, the Sports Byline USA channel. I keep going, but the bottom line is I don't have enough time. This is Ring Talk, live worldwide.
'Cause I love you so.
USA Radio News with Tim Berg.
Police in Milwaukee, Wisconsin believe they found the body of a 2-year-old missing girl. Saturday, Milwaukee Police Chief Alfonso Morales announced what could be Nolani Robinson's remains were found wrapped in a blanket near a Minnesota highway.
We believe we have found Nolani. We believe that currently this is going to be a death investigation.
Police say the girl's father is in custody as a suspect in their deaths. St. Patrick's Day celebrations are getting underway across the United States. Some big parades, including the nation's oldest, is being held in New York City today, with more than 1 million spectators expected to turn out. Festivities in Chicago began early this morning as well, with the traditional dyeing of the Chicago River. On Sunday, the field will be selected for the NCAA Men's Division I basketball tournament, so March Madness officially kicks off. You're listening to USA Radio News.
It's amazing but true. When it comes to one of America's biggest household expenditures, healthcare, a lot of people think they've got no choice. People are used to thinking we have to do it this way, but they don't. Yes, you have the freedom to choose an alternative with your healthcare. It's MediShare, and it costs way less than the alternatives. The typical family saves $500 a month, not a year. A month. And if you're single, this can save you a lot, too. And let's face it, a big reason MediShare is 400,000 people strong, it just works. They've shared over $3 billion in medical bills, so they can help share your needs, too. Joining MediShare for so many people is one of those things that makes you say, why didn't I do this before? So yes, the time has come for something better. Look into joining MediShare and see why so many people are opting out of the old way and into the new. Why not look into this? Just call 855-90-SALM. That's 855-90-PSALM. 855-90-SALM.
A busy Saturday for the 2020 candidates who are trying to unseat President Trump as they hit the campaign trail. 4 candidates are crisscrossing Iowa, including Robert O'Rourke.
And I think my experience, the way in which I've served, the way in which I've campaigned in Texas, what I'm learning from you here in Iowa leads me to be able to help lead this country at its moment of truth.
The Centers for Disease Control is reporting that at least 228 cases of the measles have been reported since the 1st of January. Dr. Mark Siegel is a Fox News medical contributor. He has an easy way to avoid getting the measles.
If people take the MMR vaccine, their protection against measles is 97%. And we need 90% to protect the community, to get a community immunity going around, a ring of immunity. And that's why children really shouldn't go to school unless they've had that second MMR shot.
Dr. Siegel was speaking there on Fox News. You can follow us on Facebook at USA Radio. This is USA Radio News.
With the recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now, before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290, 800-965-1290.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi voiced her support on Thursday for lowering the federal voting age to 16, telling reporters during her weekly press conference that doing so would be a boon for voter engagement in the United States.
Myself have always been for lowering the voting age to 16. I think it's really important to capture kids when they're in high school, when they're interested in all of this, when they're learning about government, to be able to vote.
General Caldwell is a Republican strategist and Fox News contributor. He's not a big fan of this idea.
Looney Tunes has become one of the favorite programs of 16-year-olds, and Looney Tunes is what the Democratic Party has become, especially with a measure which you know is used to get more power, as you know they usually do. The fact of the matter is the voting age was lowered only after Eisenhower said that, hey, if these folks are old enough to fight at 18, they should be old enough to vote. And then there was the Voting Rights Act of 1965 in which Nixon signed into law, which the Supreme Court then declared unconstitutional. And the Supreme Court was ratified with the 26th Amendment, given that right. I think there's a difference between folks that are willing to put their lives on the line for our country and vote and have that 18-year-old provision than those who still need help from mom when they're being told to brush their teeth.
Saturday night's Powerball jackpot is approaching $500 million. That makes it one of the top 25 jackpots in U.S. history. The drawing is set for Saturday night just before 11 o'clock Eastern Time. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
Dish TV is better than cable TV. Why? Because you can save 45% on packages compared to your high-priced cable bill. Wow. Take those giant scissors out and cut the cable and save with Dish TV. Plus, you get a free DVR upgrade to record your favorite shows and free installation. And with Dish Anywhere, you can watch TV for free on your mobile device. Act fast. You can save hundreds of dollars. Does your cable company do that for you? Get all the best TV programming at your fingertips at a fraction of the price of cable TV. So say adios, arrivederci, goodbye to the high cable bill and save up to 45% on Dish TV packages today. These are limited time offers and can change at any time. Call fast. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. 800-405-2561. That's 800-405-2561.
Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn. Happy to be with you today. Another great show going behind the scenes in the world of sports. I'm not going to be doing it, though. I just kind of sit back here and steer the bus while the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, the one and only Fred Dreyer comes your way. Hello, Fred.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? How's everybody out there doing? I want to say a special hello to Emma Paget and Ellie Paget, my two granddaughters who are listening in. Hopefully.
Emma and Ellie are tuned in. That's very good.
They're there, and I wish them the greatest of the remaining moments of the day, and it's great that they could be with us right now.
Are they big Thunder fans?
Yeah, they are, actually. They're basketball fans, and, they're Thunder fans, and, there's not much going on there other than OU and Oklahoma State and those, the college teams. But everybody's crazy about the Thunder.
Have you trained them a little bit in the finer points of football and things like when you get to them, do you sort of roughhouse with them and send them out for passes and stuff? With
I don't do
Coach
that.
Grandpa? What do they call you, Gramps?
Poppy.
Poppy.
I'm the
Coach.
Popster.
So, Coach Poppy, do you don't take them out for a little, training or anything? Because I bet you'd get everybody into shape.
Well,
you certainly tried with me.
Never mind. You require an awful lot of work.
That's true. But I just wonder, you get things going there with the kids. That's you're a family guy. That's the whole thing. Here's Fred Dreyer, the big all-pro defensive end. This is the guy that could stare at you and melt you down on the line of scrimmage when he was playing in his game day over there. And now he's known as Poppy. And, and then he was Hunter, and he was like tough Hunter. He'd throw people off the tops of buildings and stuff. And you were the sheriff there in the Highway 395. You did all that stuff. You were the policeman here in the Bumblebee movie, for gosh sakes. And then you just Poppy. So
it all
Poppy,
boils down to that at the end of the day, buddy.
You going to take me out to dinner tonight, Poppy?
Sure.
I'll call you Poppy and sit on your knee, and you can tell me some stories. Hey, if you want to follow this guy, he's a great man. Fred Dreyer. Follow him on Twitter, Fred_Dreyer. That's the way to do that. And then Facebook.com. He's there, too. Facebook.